Hey, Steeler Nation, it's Victory Monday here at Steelers Realm Podcast. Week 9 versus the Colts. We recap it right here. So stick around, guys. A lot to talk about, so jump in, and we value your comments. Let's get going. Producer, cue it up.
Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Andy Hart, Cat Country Radio, doing us a good one. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, Steelers Nation. My man TA and the producer in the house. Triple threat tonight, breaking down the Colts game. Holy cow, is there a lot to talk about? Anyhow, how you guys doing today, man?
I'm still in shock.
Me too. How do we pull that one off?
You know,
How?
I got to hand it to Kitch. We went outside for break Saturday. He's like, dude, I don't know, man. You know, this is one of those games that, you know, what's going to happen? You know, we're like, oh, these guys are going to get crushed. You know what's going to happen? Things are going to turn around like the wildest thing, and Pittsburgh's going to find a way to win this game. Sure enough, didn't it happen, too? So he nailed that one. But, you know, I mean, you know it's possible. If you're a Steelers fan, you know it's possible. I mean, they're going to take you for a ride one way or the other, whether it's back up the incline or down the Mon.
Hey, as Tomlin says, this is the NFL, man. There's a fine line between stomping grapes and drinking wine.
It is.
There's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes.
Squashing. Yes, sir, indeed. There was a lot of fine wine to be had. That's for sure, too. So, anyhow, before we get into that, little college football chit-chat, I'd like to send congratulations to all you the Ohio State fans over PSU fans. Producer, we're just going to have to suck that one up and say, hey, you know.
I didn't watch the game. Our season is already over.
Well handled, yeah. Penn State's pretty much looking for a new coach and then a lot of other things too. So especially with Drew Aller down. Yeah, it went by the wayside. But anyhow, yeah, we knew that was coming. Still undefeated, right, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still number one.
Can anybody take him down?
It's college football, man. Anything can happen on any given Saturday.
That's it. However, hey, another local college team still kicking ass. Pitt. What are they, 7-2 now?
Maybe.
Yeah, they're off to a fine season.
Yeah.
Looking really, really good.
Looking really good. And they're handling business. They're just not winning games. They're handling business. Putting teams away. Like I wish this team would do.
It'd be nice to put the coffin lid down on a team, wouldn't it?
Somebody flip this switch. There he is. Mean Green. Shout out to you, my friend of the podcast. Huge win indeed, sir. You know it. We're about to talk about it too, so we welcome your comments, man. Send a shout out to everybody. Tell them to jump on too. We appreciate your comments. Your thoughts on it. So big day for the defense. And I guess before we get into the game deets, little odds and ends, what do you got, producer? A couple things moving. We are how close to the trade deadline now? For one.
Actually, it's less than 24 hours now. We're getting close, baby.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll make a move. I wonder what we'll do, but hopefully something good. I'm hoping.
Little bit of action. Number one, kind of hated to see this. You guys see Jaden Daniels go down with the elbow
Oh,
late in the game. Well, it was well out of hand.
It was like 35-7 at that point. It's unfortunate. He's like,
I
don't think you want to see it, but his elbow got jerked backwards or something.
Oh, I did see it, and you're right. You don't want to see it.
Yeah,
so tough break for a young kid, man. We've been pulling for him.
Yeah. Well, we also saw Joe Alt go down. We'll have more on that Thursday, though. So
we'll dig into that. So we're another offensive tackle for the Chargers too. Now reported with an injury.
I think that might be Perkins or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I'll have to dig that up. But anyhow, that's we'll dig that up and follow up. Of course.
The Ravens, they moved Jair, who was their big acquisition in secondary this offseason, and he's there no more. I guess they'll be going to the young guys, Wiggins, and to patrol that deep secondary. And then let's see, the Ravens, their record got broken. Tucker's record for longest field goal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
68-yarder by Cam Little. Impressive.
Wasn't he the one to kick the 70-yarder in the preseason?
That was against us in preseason, but that wasn't official. So
yeah, I mean, but we all knew that this was going to happen. I mean, that kid did that in open field.
Mm-hmm. Open, right.
I mean, open air. I mean,
in the dome.
Yeah.
He's like 60 yards, no problem. 70 yards, no problem.
Money.
Yeah. Boss. That's okay. More moves too. Sad to see this guy go. Comes, he goes. He comes, he goes. When he's here, he's so much fun. Beanie Bishop cut by the Steelers to make room for another signing that is pending. Is it signed?
I think it's official now. Finally, MVS is with us. Roger's old buddy is on the team now, so we're ready.
So, is that the number 2 receiver we've been waiting for to make this team complete?
Who knows? I don't know. Austin looked pretty good and led the team in receiving this past weekend. I mean,
very well said.
He can only help. He can only hope, or help and hope.
Is this a like a plan for Tomlin, like the proxy by veteran guys to come in and let them do all the coaching and let Jaylen Warren be the motivator for the night before the game to be the one who finally gets the defense out of their shell? I don't know. Or are we just like, is this just kind of a depth thing going into the heart of the season?
Yeah, I mean, with Calvin being hurt most of the year, actually, I think it's good to add more depth. He's a good deep threat. I mean, that's what he's been throughout his career. Should help, with our passing game. But I wanted to ask why Calvin Austin, did his play not show up till the second quarter? Because they didn't even put him in the game till then. I was wondering that.
Is that right? Yeah, they were going there jumping
until the second quarter.
Quite a bit. Spencer Anderson gobbling up some of his snap count.
Maybe. But he's at left guard now with Samolo going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I was surprised to see Samolo out there. I mean, we knew he had a pec, and a pec can be a tricky injury.
Oh, yeah.
I'd really like to know what the thought process was on putting him out there instead of letting him just rest this game.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what Aaron Smith dealt with, too? It was pretty much towards the end of his career, and I don't think he was the same after that.
Yeah, and it just seemed like it lingered on. Yeah. I mean, that was back in the Cowher days, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't Samolo have a pec injury last year, too, to start the year?
That's true, yeah.
Who was that? Samolo with a pec last year?
Yeah, didn't he have a pec injury last year, too? Like, I feel like he did.
That I can't remember. I know Cam had one that took him out for the year.
Yeah.
And that was a couple years ago.
I think it was the first month of the year Samolo missed it with the pack. Yeah.
All right. So any other major goings on around the league before we jump into that Colts read?
Let's see. Trade deadline's been kind of quiet. They did trade Jalen Phillips to the Eagles for a 3rd-round pick. But that's the only thing I saw today so far, really. Unless there was anything else.
Nothing big there. All right, man. So we jump into it. The final score, 27-20. None of us saw that coming except maybe Charlie Batch. I don't know. You see, he picked the Steelers in that one too. He had it nailed. That must be insider information. I don't know. Apparently,
he might have been at the team meeting.
Yeah. apparently TA, the NFL still wants the Steelers in it for a little bit longer. So, but hey, I'll take it.
We are good from business. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, no doubt. Steelers Nation doesn't get any better. Kind of sucks that it didn't go our way because, although I tell you what, I respect the Green Bay Packer fan. That I think we have so much in common with them, probably more than anybody. But yeah. So unfortunately, we weren't in the mood, and they took over. They had a lot of fun beating the Steelers in our stadium, so it took over. But anyhow,
and then they got beat by the lonely Carolina Panthers.
How about that? Wasn't that interesting?
Crazy.
From the penthouse to the shit house, just like that overnight.
No shit. And how about the Bengals thinking they got one wrapped up against the Bears?
Oh, dude, that one was crazy ending. They got the onside and thought they were going to win, and then boom, Colston Loveland.
Then they didn't recover it. Yeah.
And that was the first onside recovery kick since 2006. Remember that? Because they showed that stat in our game. Because the Colts were the last one to recover.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting turnabout. But yeah, man, a dynamic run there.
Well, it wasn't only that, but it was just the lack of tackling. I mean, some of the things that we've seen, like Minka would do, would just go and try to put a shoulder in it and just jam the ball out and not wrap up. And I love the fan up there, man, for Cincinnati that held the sign up and says, I will learn to tackle. 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 I'm like, for all of you who don't remember, man, sitting in front of that chalkboard writing a sentence, because I know you didn't have to do it, Hijack. There's no way you had to do that. That was an old school thing there, man, sitting in front of the chalkboard after class writing sentences.
Yeah.
I would never. What do you think? I'm Bart Simpson?
Yeah, well, that's where Bart got it from. 20 years prior.
All right. So 24 points off of turnovers of the 27. But yeah, 6 of them, guys. It was crazy. It was just crazy. We were like out of our chairs again. Fumble.
You get a turnover, and you get a turnover. Everybody gets a turnover.
Everybody got a turnover. Yeah. How many sacks you got? You need a sack? You got a sack. Sack for you. 5 of them. Dude was harassed and just encompassed all day long. And they did something different today, and we'll get into that a little bit. But defense did something a little bit different. But yeah, 243 total yards for us. I didn't see what the red zone efficiency was.
3 for 6.
3 for 6, so 50%. So still, I mean, that's
bad.
That's still not bad. Yeah, those 2 drop potential touchdown passes to Washington could have lot of differences there could have been. And you know what, Aaron Rodgers wasn't, although he praised the defense for what they did, he praised Jalen Ramsey for the motivational speech the night before, and who knows, maybe that had something to do with it too. But it was still critical of the offense, and this game could have been way out of hand, by halftime. But nonetheless, more to go back into the shop and tune things up again, because we go out west next, and that's not going to be an easy one there, regardless of some of their players. Still going to have to keep that up too. But yeah, I mean, we were, I don't know what broadcast you listen to, but I mean, these guys were like the whole first quarter, the Colts are number 1 in this, and this dude is the number 1 rusher in the league, and they have the most offense in the league. And I'm like, yeah, you're the best. We're the worst. You're good. We're not. It's like, come on, guys. And then by the end of the game, they're like, holy shit. Steelers are crushing them. Like they can't do anything right. Blah, 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 blah. He's never had that happen to him. How dare he get sacked 5 times? How dare he throw 2 interceptions? But yeah, man, a lot of game balls to go around in this one. So you want to go into who's drinking wine on the Steelers, and then we'll talk about some defensive efforts and how we're able to make that happen. But TA, why don't you take the first one? Who was your who has the gold goblet?
The gold goblet? Oh man, and there's a lot of gold goblets to go around today. But I'll tell you what, the one guy that I'll go ahead and give my golden goblet to, but who's still on the trading block for me, and that was all we kept saying all Sunday long, because in that first quarter and in a little bit there, Alex Highsmith coming in and then going out and sitting on the bench. And it's like, okay, what happened to you now? Why aren't you in there? What's going on? And it's like, that's it. I'm tired of him. Trade his ass. Get him the hell off this team. He's not playing up to potential. You got triple coverage on TJ Watt. He can't get a sack. And what does he do? He comes back in and probably has the highlight game of his life in Alex Smith with 2 sacks. But now the one thing I will say, because I had to stop and think about this too, is he becoming our new Bud?
Maybe. I mean, he still gets good sacks when he's one-on-one. Like, if you live in one-on-one, he will beat his guy at least, and he'll get some cleanup sacks. So, yeah, kind of the same as what we have with Bud.
Well, he's big and strong though, too. And by the end of the game, dude, he had his man worn down. He had his man worn down. I mean, it took him a half before he really got going. Even TJ too. I basically at 1:40 p.m. I texted, I just watched TJ do basically nothing on a short out route his way. He didn't engage the blocker. He didn't even rush. He didn't put his hands up. He didn't drop back. He just kind of like came up out of his stance and like nothing, and then the play was over. I think the ball fell incomplete, but nonetheless, it was like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, somebody lit a fire. It's like, okay, maybe Joey Porter went out, jumped out on the field and waved a terrible towel again, lit them up. I don't know, but yeah, it wasn't looking good there too. But he sure did come through the rest of the game. A couple keys, and he is big and strong, man. And by the end of the game, I thought he did okay. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna save mine. So, producer, who was your who took the golden goblet? There was a lot of wine to be drunk, but who took the golden goblet?
Well, speaking of turnovers, I think you got to give it to Payton Wilson, who had an interception. He also tipped up a ball that landed into Jack Sawyer's hands.
None other
His
than
first career
yeah.
interception. Love to see it.
5-star.
He gets the golden goblet for you.
Yeah, there you go. What did Tomlin call him?
The sun always shines on Jack. 5-star.
Yeah, good to see him. First NFL interception. How about that?
Well, and the thing about Payton too is he was all over the field, and he led this team with 14 tackles. The next one closest was Joey Porter with 8. That gives you the type of day that Payton had. And Payton did have a stellar game. This was a game that I think we've all been waiting for to see from Payton.
I mean, yeah,
so while we're there, and that's who I was going to give it to, kind of hands down. But while we're there, do you know, and DJ, he'll probably fact check me on this too, but I think one of the players too, I don't know if it was Ramsey or whatever, but they drug tested him after the game.
Oh, that was Wilson, they said.
Yeah.
They
drug tested him after the game, and like, that dude's everywhere. He must be on something.
Yeah, they thought he was on some kind of cocaine or something. Cocaine.
I don't know.
Cocaine. That's how they say it nowadays.
How do you know what I'm taking after the show?
What did he say? He said something like, if you get tested after a game, you've been balling.
Yeah, that was Patrick Queen that said that.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You've been balling. You get tested after a game.
Good stuff there. So, yeah, I mean, you got to hand it to TJ. They finally got things going. Obviously, field flipping turnover. And it's something it seems like the Steelers have to do if they expect to win games. But nonetheless, how he beat that guy, he was almost like horizontal and still on one hand crawled and reached in with his left hand and knocked it out of his hand. It was incredible.
Well,
It was
let's
like
let's
it was like James Harrison-esque the way he leveraged and had an angle on that guy.
and that was the the key factor that swung the game, because you got to remember, right before that, we all thought there was a touchdown that occurred on the punt fumble recovery for the touchdown, but because it was a muff, it got stuck there inside the 10-yard line, and in true fashion, we couldn't punch the ball in 4 shots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for TJ to come back out and flip the script one more time and say, "Okay, boys, here you go. Here's your third chance." That was huge.
Third time's the charm.
Third time was a charm. I mean, we got to learn how to get this offense going a little quicker.
Mhm.
No doubt, no doubt, and that's what you got to get to in the lab, and you've got to get that going. And maybe this new receiver, maybe there's something that's going to kind of give him an added. Maybe it's a comfort situation with Rodgers, but I mean he's spreading it around everywhere, so just kind of makes you wonder, like, what are we missing? Are we getting our deep threat covered too much? Wasn't that what DK was brought here for? He was supposed to be more of a deep threat and a yards after catch guy.
Yeah, but how do you throw it deep when you're averaging 1.7 yards per pass?
Well, and I think that's a lot of what Roger said. If you listen to his interview, he went through a whole bunch of stuff real quick, but basically it was like, we saw where we could dink and dunk them, and that's what we had to do. So that's what we did.
Yeah, we've been dinking and dunking for a long time, going clear back to Ben. No.
Yeah, we don't have to bring up the pass chart again, do we? It's pretty much the same thing every week.
But I will
Mix the names around a little bit.
Yeah, but I will say this: Rodgers is definitely spreading the ball around. I mean, he hit 9 different receivers this time.
Wow.
Yeah,
he's throwing to everybody.
Derek Carmen with a factor, fumble recovery after the Highsmith strip sack too. Joey Porter even got a sack, credited with a sack.
That was when the guy ran out of bounds. He also got an interception, right?
Yeah, he was about 2 yards before the line of scrimmage and ran him out of bounds. So he got a sack on that one. So Highsmith 2, TJ 1, Benton in the mix. Big Benton right through, cut through for a sack, and then Jack Sawyer got credit with a sack too.
Yeah. There we
go. Go Jack, go 5-star. So, and this, I think this stat to me set the tone, even though it didn't look like that the first quarter, man. I was like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to find something else to do. I'm gonna probably be outside changing decorations for or something. But no, man, they kept us in it, and we kept Taylor to 3.2 yards per carry. What did he have? 45 yards, maybe.
Yeah.
Total on what, like 14 carries?
Carries. Yep. I mean, that's how you stop the Colts. If you stop the run game, I mean, it pretty much shuts down their whole offense, it appears, because Danny Dimes really struggled without the run game going.
Yeah, and this guy here, it goes without saying. I mean, he was with the team, like 4 days now, and played 77 of 78 sacks and snaps. Playing safety, Kyle Duggar. And didn't he have like 4 tackles also?
Yeah, he did have 4 tackles
on the day. And Tomlin handed him the game ball.
And as he said, man, he jumped on a moving train and to come in and play that. But the one thing that I noticed throughout the game, and I want to give a shout out to Patrick Queen for really stepping up between him and Ramsey, but Queen the most. The communication and making sure Duggar was where he was supposed to be and that the secondary knew what they were supposed to do was a huge thing. He was up and down, back and forth that defensive side of the ball all game long. So kudos to Queen.
Yeah, definitely. And it was said that by those who would know is that they had dumbed down the defense this game.
I think they used the word simplified.
Simplified. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say.
That what you say when you adjust things for me.
Yeah, we simplified it. And here's my thing on that. If we did simplify it and we played this well, why are we overcomplicating it then?
I don't know.
So, did we not play more of a 4-3 most of this game?
Well, no, because we played at times, man, this rotation was pretty awesome, actually. We had 3 inside linebackers going quite a bit of the game, and that was in a lot to Malik Harrison coming back for the first game and helping in that run support.
Honorable mention there.
Absolutely. Now, that was in the beginning of the game. Now, at the end of the game there, when we were still wanting to stop them, we had 3 edge linebackers in there, and that's when we were allowing TJ then to kind of roam around the cabin a little bit, man, get a feel for things. He was bouncing like we were expecting him to do earlier this season, and that was a good complementary between Herberg and Sawyer coming in to allow that to happen. So I don't know what you want to call that defense, but it wasn't a 4-3. It was a 3-by-3 linebacker.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It was
what
a 2-4.
Yeah,
2-5. A 2-5.
That worked.
2-5.
Well,
2-5 divided
whatever
by
it
1.
is, it worked. It worked. He was a non-factor, and then by then, second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, wasn't a factor. I mean, he had a couple runs, but I mean, 45 yards for the game compared to what was he was chewing up 134 a game plus.
Yeah, I mean, he gets like 100 yards per game or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely we made Danny Dimes look like he was in the Giants uniform again.
Good old Danny Derps makes his return.
Yeah. Now things didn't go too well for him. So
you know the thing though that I noticed that they threw that one little stat out, that like the games 1 through 8, the Colts had the 3rd easiest schedule, and now the remainder of the season they have the 5th hardest schedule.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, since this is a copycat league, to see just how well Indianapolis fares from here to the finish line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they might not choke, have a late season collapse like we do every year.
And you guys do realize that we're the only team in the NFL now to beat the 2 top teams in the AFC, in the New England Patriots on the road, and now the Indianapolis Colts at home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Well, there's another test coming up this Sunday night too, fellas.
Oh, yes, there is.
Hey, we'd be remiss before we get into the stomping grapes. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Muth with a 12-yard catch, and yes, yeah, he's the man. A couple key plays. That was sweet touchdown. Good to see it. So, all right.
And did you see the little embrace that he had on the sidelines with Aaron? As almost as if they're now just starting to get
connect.
This bond. Yeah.
Well, like with Big Ben and Heath, I mean, Bruner and your buddy. But yeah, I mean, you got to have that connection. And it seemed like Rodgers' connection with his tight end was either Jonnu or, and I know the one game I watched with Kitch, he was going nuts, just like, stop throwing it to Jonnu, throw it to somebody, throw it to Muth, throw it to Washington, somebody else. But yeah, it seemed like Washington is, he just loves throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if he keeps working too, the dude's very athletic for his size too. And once he gets going momentum, he falls forward for 4.
Oh, easy. But I tell you what,
legs up, and he still gets 4 more yards just by falling forward.
we worked his ass pretty good this game because he was sucking wind there at the end.
He was. Remember that one catch? He thought, man, he was close. What did they get down to? About the 2?
Mm-hmm.
And even as he was going down, he was even reaching out, like trying to get more. Hey, you got another 8 feet after that. That's funny. But yeah, man, early on, though, didn't look good. I think I tweeted, you better like sit that dude. I did. I said either sit him or don't throw to him for a quarter.
Well, and kudos to Tomlin for sticking with him and even Aaron.
Yeah.
Because those were the only 2 drops he had. Other than that, he didn't drop another ball the entire game.
No, he did not.
Yep.
A couple of defenders along the way, but he didn't drop the ball.
No, he did not.
Yeah. So John, who had 1 too, even Metcalf early on. And I was like,
that one he dropped like twice on.
Yeah.
Bobbled it twice. Somehow dropped it.
And they all had white gloves on. I'm like, is this like glove gate? Did somebody switch their gloves out? They snuck over into the equipment room and put like, they sprayed them all with silicone, or what the hell was going on?
No, they just had too many Butterfingers for Halloween. That's
yeah, I guess. But yeah, man, thank goodness for the turnover. So, I mean, other than that, and I guess, well, this might have kicked him out of the barrel, but so we'll save that name. But hey, there he is, Mount Washington. Yeah, we were just talking about his drops early, though, DJ. I was ready to bench him if it was me, but yeah, Tom stuck with him, like you said, TA. So red zone offense, 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6.
Not bad.
Yeah, according to that 4th down turnover on downs. That sucked. And of course, the big question with everybody, and you know where I'm going with this too, why did we not use the tush push there? That was after the Mount Washington catch. We were at the 2, and then they went to him again too, didn't they?
They did. They went to him back to back, and he had back to back drops
and back to back drops to turn it over instead of the tush push. Interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say the tush push was our best play. He got 3 yards.
Yeah, did work. It did work when we did it.
Well, one thing I wanted to check, and I didn't get a chance to do it yet today, was CBS did put up there that Tomlin has the worst 4th down percentage of all time. And my only question is, in training camp, we always hear about goal line situations, right? And why are we not practicing 4th down situations? Maybe that needs to be something that gets incorporated in Latrobe. So, Mike, if you're out there listening, 4th down situations next year, buddy, top of the list in Latrobe.
Yeah.
I thought they said he's the least likely to go for it on 4th downs, if I remember it.
Least likely to go and least likely to succeed.
Yeah. They said 12% during the game. Least likely.
He was batting 1,000 there.
See.
Well, out of the barrel, this dude, man, I mean, his rookie year, he's out on injury, finally makes it back on the team towards the end of the year, but can't get on the field. Finally gets on the field. Is a good training camp. Roman Wilson out there winding things down. What happens? Key turnover. It was what a 6-yard gain. All he had to do was pretty much go down. Wasn't it a 1st down?
Yeah.
Well, he jumped for the 1st down.
Okay, he was a little short of it, and then, he tried to hurdle over the defender.
Yes, he was trying to make a play, and in the meantime, dude punched it out
because he was going over the top too. Yeah, can't fault him for wanting to just go that extra mile, but it really wasn't necessary and that was just his over exuberance of trying to make the most out of what opportunities he has, So I certainly hope and I doubt that it's going to hurt him in the long run, but certainly didn't help the case.
No, but you got to ask yourself a question here, though.
Trying to
JT.
get recognized. Yeah, it was trying to get some cred out there, bud.
I mean, here it is. We're halfway through the season. We've only seen him a handful of times. In training camp, Rodgers says he's a really good player, this, that, and the other, but he's got to get out of his head. He's his own worst enemy. And now here we are picking up MVS. So what is it that Roman's doing that he's not doing that he's preventing himself from seeing the field?
I don't know if it's him or not. It's just we don't like to play rookies or young guys, pretty much.
I don't know. You look at this game, it was all young guys that did great for us.
Sure. Yeah.
JPJ, Payton Wilson, Benton, Harmon. I mean,
Frazier,
those are
second year.
Frazier. Yeah, these are all of our future guys.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was we were running the jumbo package, a lot of tight ends. We just didn't use wide receivers for whatever reason. It's like an Arthur Smith thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. But I see here Jalen Warren's final average 1.9 per carry, 31 yards and 16 carries. Yeah, man. Now he did have some nice, didn't he? He had a couple of receptions. Yeah.
Well, I do want to put an asterisk next to that because the Colts were playing like 8 guys in the box most of the game. They were daring us to throw. That's why you saw Rodgers audible all the time.
Right.
All these run plays the whole game because they were trying to take away the run.
Right. And one little miscue during that, we talked about it in the green room, but another audible where it was a hot read, and I think Gainwell was out to the left. He was supposed to just go out, sit, and it was coming hot. And he ended up he didn't catch it or whatever. There's miscommunication. He ended up like running the route, and by the time Rodgers let it go, he was already past. He outran the route.
Yeah.
So, no, he wasn't real happy about that, and I believe that was the third down too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm noticing a trend here that our wide receivers must not be on the same page as Rodgers yet. Because this is like the third or fourth week in a row that there's been some miscues and some pass plays that you can just see Rodgers is just frustrated on how do we get this right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rodgers is a perfectionist, so he's probably upset.
He's a route perfectionist, but that's exactly what these guys need, though.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly
discipline.
What they need. Yeah. I mean, Zanny was supposed to be the one to, get George Pickens, get his head straight and stuff, and that never worked out. I mean, that's tough. It's tough.
No, but when you look at Rodgers, who he's starting to develop with, is for sure. We already talked about Darnell. For sure, Pat Freiermuth. Go ahead and throw in that Kenneth Gainwell. He has become a great receiver, either off the line or from the backfield,
and a running back.
And a running back, yes.
You spend money for the most part at running back too.
Yep. So, I mean, I think we're starting to see who Aaron's little go-to guys are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's a good thing we're working on the chemistry during the regular season so we're ready for the playoffs, hopefully.
Well, yeah, you want to see that needle continue to go point upward. Like you said, yeah, they did simplify the defense, DJ. And we were talking about how they mixed up. TA was telling us how they mixed up like 3 linebackers in there in the group somehow. So yeah, they mixed it up, did what they had to do, and I think it's kind of a neat use of personnel. It's the kind of thing. It's like we didn't see that in Matt Canada. These little wrinkles and things like that. But maybe Austin, saw the defense funeral coffin out in the gold lot before the game. I don't know. Did you catch that? Do you have a picture of that, by the way? Did you guys all catch that? The gold funeral, the defense funeral?
Oh yeah, no, I seen it on TV, and I even seen the little meme, and it was pretty cool. Matter of fact, it was a cool looking casket, actually.
It was.
A little black and gold action going on there.
Yeah, and like we were talking I actually read the story. There was a little background on that. The guy is a funeral director, and he does offer black and gold confidence for Pittsburgh sports fans or whatever, Pirates, Penguins, they're all black and gold. So Steelers. So yeah, he thought it would be fun. It would take a little bit further, and it was all good taste. How'd you find it? There we go. Looks like it's coming up. There it is. There.
There we go.
Yeah, the defense coffin. So these guys, I don't know if word got out on that, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Funny.
Cool. Awesome stuff. Thanks for grabbing that.
The only other one thing I want to add there before we wrap this up, as far as out of the barrel, when is Tomlin going to learn to just keep his foot hard on the pedal and not play to lose? Because when we were up, what was it, 27 to
10, was it?
No, it wasn't even that. I thought it was just 27 to 7, or was it 20 to 10?
We had a 17 lead and then a 14 lead.
Yeah, so we had a 17-point lead, and then all of a sudden we came out and we went vanilla to try to burn the clock out. And it seems like every time we try to do that, we stymie ourselves to where this game got a lot closer at the end than what it really actually was on paper.
Yeah, no doubt. And that last drive they got, that was just a stat builder there. That was garbage. Because we knew, like, even if they do score the touchdown, there's no way they have time to come back and win this game. So,
well, you know what? The Bengals thought that about Chicago, and look what happened.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? It only takes one play. And that's what I'm saying. We've got to stop this playing not to win mindset. And we've just, when we're in a mode like this, I don't care who it is, go run the score up. Go run it up.
That's it. And how about we start now? We won the coin toss and we took the ball, so we would keep their offense off the field. That was the thought process on that. And 3 plays later, that didn't matter anyhow. So, but yeah, this team, they have to start faster. Mm-hmm. We can't, and we can't just like run on first, run on second, third and long. It's a fact. You look at it, the statistics will tell you, that's not Pittsburgh's game. If what's Tomlin call it, being ahead of schedule?
Yeah, staying on schedule, but yeah. But I'm not sure if you heard CBS, but they're like, during the game, they said we didn't have like more than 7 points in the first quarter in like over 40 plus games, whatever it was, something crazy like that.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat too. So, yeah, they got some wrinkles to work out too. I mean, we have to score points. We can't expect that kind of play out of your defense. We do expect more consistency out of that. Maybe they figured something out, and maybe it's lit a fire, and maybe they realize, hey, man, when we play together like this and communicate like this, and maybe a simplified defense, maybe these all things came together that like has snapped this defense out of its funk.
Are you telling me we won't get 6 turnovers every week? Are you telling me?
Yeah, I would not put any money on that.
Come on.
Good to see, but not reality.
Yeah. So let me just kind of like we all missed this one.
Everybody was wrong this week.
Yeah, everybody was wrong this week. So they did make the over. What was the over? 45.5?
It was 50.5. So I think they were just under it, right?
Yeah, 47. Yeah. So they did not make it. But yeah, simply said.
Yeah, but I think some of us went for the reverse psychology on that game too.
Right. Let's pick the Colts
and just put foot on the neck for the gas pedal.
Yeah. So, well, all right, gentlemen, that was fun, man. Hey, Thursday night we'll be back. We're going to West Coast, so we're going to break that game down. Our thoughts on it, looking ahead, and see if we can muster up a good plan for Week 10 against the Chargers. So, in the meantime, good to see you, boys. Victory Monday. let's continue to celebrate. We have 2 more hours.
Yep. Let's start a winning streak.
Catch you next time. Careful not to Steeler Nation.
Adios, amigo.
Check back next week into the Steelers Realm.